Operation Sindoor, showcasing minimal collateral damage as well as the destruction of Pakistan Air Force aircrafts. He stated that 5 Pakistan Air Force aircrafts were taken down during Operation Sindoor. While delivering the keynote address of the 16th Air Chief Marshal L.M. Katre Memorial Lecture in Bengaluru, he stated these are the before and after images of the destruction that we caused at Bahawalpur, which is JAM headquarters, where hardly any collateral damage was seen. The adjacent buildings are fairly intact. Not only did we have satellite pictures, but also from local media through which we could get inside pictures. Speaking on Operation Sindoor, the Air Chief Marshal said, our air defense systems have done a wonderful job. The S-400 system, which we had recently brought, has been a game changer. Let's in fact listen into his statement.
These are the two main, these circles should be here on this building and this building. And these two things, circles are in this area. This again is their, if I can say, the senior leadership's residential area where they were staying. And these were their office building and their building where they used to get together to conduct their meetings. This is one of the videos that we have because this was within our range. So we could get this video from the weapon itself. If you notice here, somewhere here was the first impact of the previous weapon. And if you see the next one now, the video continues. You can see the smoke of the previous weapon somewhere here. And this weapon is for the main building, that big building that we see. That was the point of impact. And this is the damage that you see on the... They've sorted me out here, my team. So before attack, these were DMPI 3 and 4. And after the impact, it's not very clear. The display is not very clear, but I think the brightness of this big display is always an issue. So these are this is the DMPI, this is the bomb that you saw in that video before. And here, this whole picture has shifted. And this is the impact that we see on the main and one on the office building. Office building, you can see it's already decimated quite badly. Here you see just a pinprick. Let it be. It's just a pinprick here. But I want to bring out something here. You know, when we did Balakot, we had something similar. I have a slide on that. You see here, in Balakot also, we had similar, you know, this pinpricks being seen, egos in this world. And that is what is continuing, you know, continuously driving the conflict which are going on. I think we set a very good example. Our objective was very clear. Our objective was to teach the terrorists a lesson that they will think twice before doing something, or they know what kind of price they can pay. And once we have achieved those objectives, we should look for all windows of opportunity to stop that, rather than just continue. We were actually on a song that night. I hear from so many people. I don't want to say that, but some people very close to me have said, "Aur marna tha." I'm telling you that. But can we continue to be at war? No. Why should we be at war when we can avoid it or we can stop it? That is my way of looking at it. I think nation has taken a very, very good decision. And we were a part of that decision, but it was cannot be taken at our level. It has been taken at much higher level, but it was a good decision. Now we have to make sure that we remain steadfast, that should we need to again do something, we are not found wanting. But what to do, that call will be taken at much higher level.
My colleague Belly Thomas, in fact, joining us on the broadcast. Belly, a big statement by Air Force Chief, who has said that 5 Pakistani Air Force aircrafts were taken down during Operation Sindoor, and he's also said that there was minimal collateral damage. Take us through this major statement by the Air Force Chief.
the Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal A.P. Singh, elaborating on the Operation Sindoor. He was actually showing the images that he had procured while during the operation itself, showing the before and the after images of the attack, especially on this Muridike Lashkari Toiba headquarters during the Operation Sindoor. And he goes on to explain that the images that were shown were of the senior leadership's residential area, and these were also the office buildings where they would get together for conducting meetings. And they could, the Air Force could get the video from the weapons as well, and weapons themselves, as the location was pretty much within the range. And he also goes on to state that the attack at the Bahawalpur, where the Jaish Mohammed headquarters was present, and there's hardly any collateral damage there, and the adjacent buildings are fairly intact after the attack as well. So not only did the Air Force access the satellite pictures, but also from the local media through which they confirmed that there was absolutely no collateral damage by even getting the inside pictures of these adjacent buildings which were not damaged, Malvika.
Well, of course, Belly, thank you for joining us. But my colleague Ajay Jandyal is also with us on the broadcast. Ajay, we're seeing a big statement by the Air Force Chief, who has said that India downed 5 Pakistan Air Force aircrafts during Operation Sindoor with minimal collateral damage. Take us through the statement that he has made during his address.
Operation Sindoor was an operation which basically taught a lesson to the Pakistani forces, those who were continuously trying to, push in the terrorists, and they were the people, those who were responsible for the unrest and terror attacks in the Pahalgam as well. So that's why this decision was taken, and during this operation, 5 aircraft of Pakistan was shot down by the S-400 anti-aircraft system, and that basically anti-defense system was very effective. And Air Force Chief has clearly once again reiterated that what exactly has happened, how there are 5 fighter jets were shot, and how forces they have taught a lesson to Pakistan.
Well, of course, Ajay, and we also saw that, in his statement, he also spoke about India's air defense system and the S-400 system, and he stated that it has been a big success. So, it hit back at any claims that have been made over the past few months with regards to any damage to Indian air bases, in fact. And now the Air Force Chief has hit back. He has asserted India's defense systems also, while also speaking about the damage done to Pakistan as well. So take us through that.
There were 2 plans of Indian forces during the Operation Sindoor. First was that proper defense, and that is what they have done, that when Pakistan started targeting the Air Force bases and other defense installation in Jammu and Kashmir, that was properly defended, and Pakistan's that nefarious plan was foiled. Their fighter jets were shot, their missiles were decimated, and that attempt was foiled. And other was basically effective plan of targeting their bases, and that is what they have done, that our forces missiles that were so accurate that they have decimated number of terror launch pads and terror headquarters there in the Pakistan, Sialkot and Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and also they have they have also decimated their air bases, which basically was used to target civilian areas and their defense airport bases in country, and that is what effective plan and effective defense proper defense have done during the Operation Sindoor. And this operation is not yet over. That is many a time was repeated to Pakistan. That is to convey them that if they will not stop these terrorism, if they will not stop this dirty plan of disturbing peace over here in Jammu and Kashmir and other part of the country, and if they will try to continue spreading bloodshed over here, That will not be tolerated, and Pakistan will be given again a big hit